Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Popeye Goose back with another car duplication glitch. This is perfect timing here. I know everybody spent a lot of money during the Doomsday DLC, so this is a perfect opportunity for you to get back some of your money quickly. I want to go ahead and send a shout out to Roll Easy, who is the founder of this glitch, and obviously the one who's allowing us to go ahead and utilize this glitch to go ahead and make some millions so we can get our money back. I also watched this video on Rolleasy's channel, so I ended up learning it from him. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description, so go ahead and check it out. I've also offered to give him a $20 gift card for letting me use this, so go ahead and subscribe to Rolleasy. Go check out his channel. Hopefully he'll have a gift card giveaway coming up that you can be part of, and hopefully you can go ahead and win. So the requirements for this is you both need to have an MOC, you both need to have personal vehicle storage, and I recommend you both just have a regular free elegy in the back. It'll make it a lot easier when you guys go ahead and switch roles and, switch from being the duper to the helper. So what you saw right there was I got help from Death Gun Live for this video. Big shout out to him as well. What he did is, after we had everything set up, he had to go ahead and call the car that he wanted to dupe, go ahead and park it near the MOCs. Okay, which he did. Now I go in my MOC, I pull out my free elegy, and then he jumps in the car, and then we can go ahead and start the glitch. What I like to do is, when I'm the one helping, I like to get to the very edge of the blue circle so I can pull my car into the MOC. Okay, once I have that set up, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to pull out my grenades. I'm going to go ahead and throw 2 grenades, kind of aim, on the ground a little bit so you don't hit the MOC, so they kind of bounce toward the middle. And then I'm going to go ahead and hold the right on the control pad and also the pause button. And what you'll notice is, once you do that, I'll let go of the pause button, and then a split second after, I'll let go of the right on the control pad. And if it works properly, what should happen is you should get the pause screen, you should see the grenades blow up, and then the person who's duping should actually be ejected from the car, and he should be invisible. So what's going on right now is, as soon as that happened, he told me, "Goose, I'm invisible." I drove into the MOC. Once I do that, as soon as he gets in the car that he's going to dupe, he says, "Goose, I got in the car," and I go ahead and go to creator and I leave the session. And I'll get into his steps after, but again, this is another one. We're back again. I'm going to go ahead and toss my grenades out. As I throw the second grenade, I'm going to wait about half a second, and then I'm going to go ahead and hold down right on the control pad and the pause button for about a split second. Then I'm going to release the pause button and then release right on the control pad. And what should happen is you end up getting the pause screen. I think we kind of messed up right here. As you see, we ended up driving in. So what'll happen is, if that happens, he'll end up being glitched out. He'll have an icon on the bottom right of his corner of his screen saying it's loading. If that happens, just go ahead and jump back in the car. If it happens when you're trying to get in and all of a sudden he gets ejected out of the car but he does not go invisible, then just go ahead and have him jump in the car and try it again. So this is what we did. He's he's in the car. We're going to go ahead and start this one again. I'm going to pull up to the edge of where I can actually enter the MOC so I have some room to throw the grenades. I'm going to go ahead and toss 2 grenades on the left side so they kind of roll, to the middle part of the MOC. If for some reason you throw the grenades and they hit the MOC right in front of you, just back up, let them blow up, and try this step again. So again, you see right there, by releasing the start button or the pause button first and then releasing right on the control pad, it brings up this pause screen, and this is what you want. As long as you get that pause screen, he should get ejected from the car. He says, "I'm invisible." As soon as he says that, drive into the MOC, get in the MOC, wait for him to say, "Now I'm in the car." As soon as he gets in his car, you're just going to go ahead and bring up your menu, and you're going to go ahead and hit creator, and then just go ahead and leave. And then what you can do is you can go ahead and join another invite-only session and invite him, or you can just wait for him to finish his steps, and he can actually invite you back to the same session, and you can keep doing it again. I know in some videos they say switch every time, but we were able to do it 3 or 4 times in the same session. So we switched to another location. I'm helping him out again. So I pulled up and throwing my grenades again like I have been, and as soon as I throw the grenades, I wait about half a second, and I go ahead and hold down right on the control pad, the start button, let go of the start button, and then let go right on the control pad, and this is what you want to see. As soon as you see him run out, he just said, "I'm invisible." I go ahead and hit right on the control pad to enter the MOC. Meanwhile, he's running into his car. As soon as he gets in the car, he says, "Goose." He said, "I'm in my car," and that's your cue to just go ahead and leave the session, and now your part of the glitch is done. And now I think we're going to be switching over to where he is the helper and I'm actually glitching. So I can go ahead and walk you through those steps and what the screens look like for that. This glitch is very easy for both parts. The only thing is when you're throwing the grenades and then hitting the right on the control pad and the pause button, you know, just the timing of letting go of the pause button and then letting go of right on the control pad to actually get the pause menu to pop up so you can actually see the grenades and hear the grenades blow up. You know, that's when you know you completed it right. So again, right here, I think we end up, I can't tell, I think we might have made a mistake. Yep, I ended up messing up the timing. So he ended up spawning outside of the car, but he was not invisible. So again, he's just going to jump back in. If that happens where you end up getting thrown out of the car and you're not invisible, you're going to notice that you're going to have more of a glitched out loading screen. It's going to end up happening longer. You'll see the icon on the bottom right just keep circling as it's letting you know you're loading back in. So at this point he can't get back in my car, so don't sweat, just wait a little bit. It usually takes anywhere from 20 seconds maybe to 40 seconds, and then he'll be able to get back in the car. And again, once he gets in the car, I'm just going to go at the edge of the area where I can actually press right on the control pad to enter the MOC, just so I have enough room to throw the grenades. I'm going to aim kind of on the ground so they hit the ground and they bounce under the MOC. And again, a second after that, or a split second after that, I'm going to hold down the right on the control pad, hold down the pause button for about a split second. Then I'm going to go ahead and let go of the pause button, and then I'm going to let go of right on the control pad. And you should notice that you get the pause screen, like you'll see coming up here. So the pause screen comes up, I hear the explosions, you'll see him exit the car, he just disappeared. Okay, so you already know. I can go ahead and drive into the MOC, and then just go ahead and wait for him to tell me that he gets in the car. And again, once he gets in the car, that's your cue to just go ahead and bring up your menu, hit creator, and then take off. And I think this next set of clips is me actually being the person duping the cars. So again, I just take off, and he goes about his steps. So it's pretty basic as far as the helper spot, and it's also very easy as far as the person who's doing the duping. So you see I just left, I'm going ahead to the creator, and again now I'm going to leave creator and I can go start up my own invite only lobby or wait for him to send me back. So now you see it's my turn, I'm duping my elegy here. You can see my plate is Trump plate. Okay, now I'm just going to go, he's waiting for me, I'm going to go jump in his car. Now he's going to go ahead and do the same steps, he's going to throw the grenades, but for me it's a little different. I'm just going to wait for the step when I get the black screen, which is when he actually threw the grenades and he held right on the control pad and pause and let go. On his screen he gets the pause screen, I get this black screen, I get thrown out of the car, he drives in. Now you see I'm invisible. I'm just going to go into my car and just sit and wait. Now I'm going to say, hey, I jumped in my car. He's going to leave the session. As soon as he does that, I'll get a black screen. It'll respawn me in my car. And then I just basically got the last step is just drive into the MOC. And once you do that, you just get out of the car and that car's yours. You can even go ahead and verify the plate. As you'll see right now, I'm verifying the plate right here. This is a different plate than the Trump plate that I originally had. I'm going to go ahead and just drive in. Meanwhile, he's already gone. I'm going to drive in. I'm going to get out of the car. I'm just going to go ahead and show you the plate again, just to confirm that this is the duped car. It's a different plate. You don't need a custom number plate because you'll get one. Although I do advise when you sell the cars, just to be sure, go ahead and switch it to one of your custom number plates. If you don't have one, it's not that big of a deal. I would just recommend anytime you're duping, it's always nice to have some custom plates. So again, now this is over. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave the MOC. And I think I'm going to invite him back. So I think I leave the MOC. I call my mechanic to get another free elegy. Once he delivers it, I just drive it in the back of my MOC. It says it's full. Do you want to return the car to the garage? And basically all I'm going to do is swap the location where I took the free elegy, bring it into the MOC, and now that retro custom is going to go ahead and take place of that slot in the garage that I took that free elegy from. So you see right now, yep, I'm just calling the elegy, and just to speed things up, I'm just going to go ahead and drive it in the MOC, and then that elegy custom is going to end up replacing that slot that I just took that free elegy from. So we're going to go ahead and do it again, and this time I did it with a Nero custom, and you can see it over there. You can't really see the plate that good, but you can see that it's actually words, and it's very short. That's another Trump plate. So he goes ahead, he throws it, he hits right on the control pad and pause. He does it perfectly, so I have the black screen. I'm going to end up getting thrown out of the car. Or actually, no, I think maybe this time we make a mistake. Yep, so again, the timing was off a little bit. So I just get out of the car, go back in. He backs out. We restart the process again. And again, you see my Nero custom over here. You can kind of make out the plate a little bit that it's, you know, kind of just some words and it's really short. And then he's going to go throw his grenades right on the control pad. Pause. He's going to let go. On his screen, he's going to see the pause menu. He's going to hear the explosions, but I won't. I'll just get a black screen. And then if everything goes well, you'll be ejected from the car. You'll end up being invisible. And then all you do is you just go jump in your car. You see right there, I'm invisible. So now I'm invisible. He's going to drive in. He's going to wait for me to get in my car before he actually leaves the session. So now you can see here, well, you get a better clip of the plate changing. So I'm invisible. I jump in. I say, hey, go ahead and leave. Once he takes off, I get the black screen. And then I'll respawn inside my car. And all you got to do is just drive it in your MOC. But you'll see in this next clip, as soon as I respawn, look at the back plate. It says Trump. And then it switches instantly to just the generic plate. You see that right there, how that just happened? That proves that this is just a duped car. Once you drive it in, it's all of a sudden it's your car now. So you're free to do whatever you want. I would recommend if you drive it in, get out, maybe get back in the car and drive it in, or just get out of the car and you see another confirmation that that plate's different. Oh, I'm sorry, right here on the back. Just get out, walk out of the MOC, and just to be safe, I would say do it that way. So now here we are, get the picture. I only duped 2 cars because I was just basically trying to help him for the video. So I got my Elegy Retro Custom that I duped, and then you see the Nero. People might say, hey, why are you duping a Nero? If you go ahead and dupe one of those supercars, if you sell the original, you get basically the full price for it as if you would normally sell. So I ended up selling that Nero for 1.4 million, and the dupe copy was only 550,000. So I just kept the dupe copy. And I end up selling this this Nero here. I end up driving in just so you can see the price of what the original was.
What brings you in today?
I ended up changing the plate because I was in that lobby and I tried to sell and something was happening where it wasn't popping up with the sell option. So I thought maybe if I changed the plate, something would glitch it out. That didn't work. If that happens where you can't sell a car, just end up switching lobbies and then you'll be fine on the next lobby. But you'll see right there, it's 1.4 million. This was the original, and it had the Trump plate on. And I have the dupe now, which is only worth 550,000. So if you do that with the X80 or some of those other cars, you actually could make a good amount of money, but you'll only be able to sell the original for the full price that you would normally get if you try to trade it in. So now I got some help from Deadly Shep. He needed some money, so I went ahead and did the same thing. And you'll see here, we're in a different location. We got everything set up. I went in my MOC, drove my car out, and then he jumped in. I threw the grenades. And then right on the control pad, pause button, everything went fine on my screen. He ends up exiting the car and you see him disappear. Once he disappears, I drove in the MOC, again, waiting for him to get in his car. And then I go ahead and leave the session, and that's basically it. So, what I suggest to you is if you need any help, go ahead and leave a comment down. If you're on Xbox or if you're on PlayStation, say, hey, I need help. I'm sure somebody will be willing to help you out. It's a very easy glitch, very easy way to make millions. Don't be discouraged by this step if you're the person helping. We have to hit right on the control pad and the pause button. It took me about 4 or 5 tries of actually driving in the MOC, backing out, driving in, driving out, and then one time he got ejected from the car but wasn't invisible. Just be patient. Hopefully this works out for you. If you have any problems, leave me some comments. And again, if you need some help, leave some comments down below. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate you guys. Take it easy.